Hey guys, welcome to episode 203 of Business Growth School for Service Providers. I'm your host Ali Salman. Super excited to have you guys today. Today we are talking about what's the single most important metric when it comes to marketing you as a business owner should know about. Any guesses? Think about it, right? Okay. Well, stop playing the guessing game, and this is one thing you should know about. Your cost per acquisition, your cost per closed client, right? How much does it cost you to bring in a one customer in your business, irrelevant of what you do, right? Now, a lot of people ask me that, like, hey Ali, you know what? How should I determine that, like, what should be my, let's say if I haven't calculated it, I'm not I'm not tracking it, I have no idea to figure it out, I'm just spending a bunch of money, right? So here is general rule of thumb that you should start with, right? Anywhere from 5% to 15% of the lifetime value of that customer you should spend on acquisition cost, your marketing cost, right? So example is basically, let's say for a dental clinic, if a customer lifetime value of a customer is $3,000, you should be spending upwards of $350. If it's 15%, and even on the conservative size 5%, you should be spending $150 to acquire that client. Let's say if you're a paving company, or if you are a company where the transactions are usually bigger, right? You could be spending much more, right? Like let's say if it's a $30,000 transaction, you could be spending upwards of 5 to 15% to acquire that client. Now let's say if you have a benchmark, you know that how much does it cost you to acquire a client? Let's say it's 200, 500, 600, right? Now what you do is you make sure that you start tracking it to the T. Like which channels are more and which channels are less. Maybe you ran an AD radio campaign and that's costing you $1,500 a client. When you ran a social media campaign, that's costing you $200 a client, or vice versa, right? Whatever those metrics are, but you need to understand that which channel is contributing the most to your top line revenue and bottom line, right? Because if you know what channel is producing the most, you can focus on it the most, right? And it's not a guessing game for you, right? So first figure it out that what your cost per acquisition is. If you don't have cost per acquisition, right, go back and assign a cost per acquisition from anywhere from 5% to 15%, depending on your bottom line, on your lifetime value of your customer, right? Once you have that, right, let's say it's 200, 300, 400, now you know, okay, if it's $200, if I spend $2,000, I can expect to get 10 close customers, right? So that's a good number to start with, right? Then what you do, then you say, hey, you know what, okay, on PPC it's costing me 150, but on direct mail it's costing me 250, so I should focus my budget more on pay-per-click, right? Now you know that which channel is producing more. How much does it cost you to bring a customer? So whenever you're spending $1 on your marketing, you're so sure that if you put in $1 here, you're gonna get $5, or if you're gonna put in $10 here, you're gonna get $100 out. And that's what the whole end of the marketing is about, right? As a business owner, you need to understand that wherever you're putting your dollars, right, okay, what exactly the value you're getting out of it, right? And this one metric will tell you each and everything of how well your marketing campaign is doing. It's cost per acquisition, right? So look into that, start calculating that in your business, right? And make sure you have a tracking mechanism. Make sure you have some sort of a way that you can track and attribute the lead to the source. Because if you cannot attribute the lead to the source, you have no idea what's happening. I'll catch you in the next episode. Have a good day, guys. Make it count.